motivate a kid to... What is it that inspires people to do certain things?
What do they have to believe? And you hear so many people saying they're atheists now. What do they have? What do they have? They just sit at home and play their games.
They don't have a life. And that's what I think is so wrong with nihilism.
Dude,
because
playing games all day at home is really nice sometimes.
It is. Everything in moderation, right? I think.
Of course.
You don't want to get too deep in believing in something, and then you end up in a cult or something. You know?
You can't be absolute about anything either.
Only the Sith deals in absolutes.
That's true. Put me in a cult, dude.
Put me in a cult. It's the easier option too, to just follow the path that's ahead of you already, and buy into whatever's around.
Yeah.
To actually make your own decisions and be critical of all those things, because you have to. I think you have to run on the assumption that you're a fucking retard as well. Yeah. So any thought that pops into your head, you can't just think,
not
I thought this.
Not everyone does that though, because
of course not.
You can justify yourself with anything now with the internet. Say you're a 4-year-old, you want to prove yourself right that maybe say, for example, Pluto's not a planet. You could look up online and find articles that will say it. You know what I mean? You can justify anything you want. So people don't strive for the truth anymore. They just fucking strive for their own opinion. Yeah, they strive to have their own opinion validated. So, that's obviously the wrong answer. What people should be doing is critiquing everything. So you have to, say, take an idea that popped into your head one day randomly. Just because it popped into your head doesn't mean it's anything near right. So you have to, analyze it and critique it. Yeah. And separate yourself from the emotions and the thoughts you're having and analyze them. Yeah. Instead of being just totally, you're being puppeteered by them almost. It almost feels like we have a responsibility to the way we act to these people as well. Because I watched this thing the other day, and it was this grown man, say maybe 45, 50, wanted to be a kid. So he just dresses up as a little girl. And he has a family that adopted him as a little girl. And a bunch of relatives that all accept him as a little girl. He plays with little kids, all this stuff.
Wow.
And he identifies as like a 7-year-old girl.
No.
And people around him accepted him into the family like that.
Age?
This is the fun. He talked about this. He was like, so I turned 8 the other day, and I was playing with a 7-year-old girl, and she said, I want to be the big sister. And he said, okay, I'll be 6 then. And I've been 6 ever since.
Oh. So we're just letting people live in the fantasy world. You know?
Yeah, we're enabling them to do that. You know
everyone around that person enables that guy to just live out this fucked up fantasy.
Yeah.
Is he rich?
I don't know how
he doesn't need to be. Family's taking care of him.
I'm telling you, man, there's plenty of great websites for that. There's plenty of great online communities for that kind of guy. Just keep it online.
Yeah. Keep it online. Don't start acting this shit out.
Mom, where's Dad? Oh, he decided he wanted to be a 7-year-old girl.
He's a 7-year-old girl.
Yeah, where's this guy's original family? Where'd Daddy go?
He is your...
He's your sister now.
It's strange.
Okay, there's gonna be a big guy there at home now.
I would call it mental illness, but now people are accepting it as just, that's the life they want.
Well, I feel like we're taking this whole acceptance idea to a crazy extreme.
Acceptance is
I just looked it up. I found the guy, but I found this other one that's pretty funny. A man who identifies as a 6-year-old dominates CrossFit kids.
CrossFit kids? That's just not fair.
That's what I'm saying. You can just go do that now.
There was
wow. What if fucking Forrest Griffin decides to
was doing MMA who was transgender.
Fox.
Yeah. And there was a lot of controversy about that, whether she should be fighting women.
She didn't become a
woman. For real, yeah.
20,
yeah, definitely no.
Yeah, exactly.
Gates, no, that's not fair.
Biologically, Joe Rogan had a lot of talks about this, and his stance was no, 100% not.
No, it doesn't make sense.
When she started losing, everyone was like, "All right."
Yeah, well,
she got knocked out by someone.
It wasn't until she started losing though that people were like, "Okay, no."
But then you have Cyborg last night. It's like,
no one can just
a woman,
think.
but she's taking so many steroids in the past.
Exactly, and that's
altered her. Did you watch that fight last night?
I didn't watch any of them.
It went the distance.
I know.
Went the distance.
But Holly Holm's face was not good.
That's what I heard. I heard Holly Holm looked like she got hit by a truck. She made it to the final.
She didn't get dropped though, which was like...
Oh, XX.
I would have tapped out probably after 2 punches, maybe 1.
But that's with that is somebody... That's why steroids are not a good thing for.
I think they should just have a steroid league. They should have a division.
No.
And fighting, I understand they're hitting each other, but as far as hitting a ball with a stick,
That's right.
For being so strong.
I don't care. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Or pitchers
I
who
get what
were
you're saying with
pitchers
that.
in their 40s
So, like,
who did
so
steroids. Of course,
sports-
they're doing steroids. Pitchers rip their arms apart when they're in their early 30s.
Yeah,
able
so
to throw
there is
105
something to say about
miles.
sports that aren't like contact sports, but like in a contact sport, somebody
No,
taking drugs to enhance their physical durability.
Yeah.
No, because you're going to make yourself like stronger than somebody who doesn't want to wreck their body in that
Totally.
way.
Yeah. It's not fair.
No.
As simple as that.
Russia got banned, dude,
Yeah.
from the Olympics.
Really?
They got banned from the Olympics.
Entirely?
Russian athletes have to use an Olympic flag and uniform if they want to compete. And if
They're
they're not
gonna have-
competing for Russia.
Are they
What was
going to
the
have
reason?
a team
Well,
made
because
up
of
of
the
just all
doping
the
scandals.
outcasters? Like, all the countries
Yes.
that aren't in are going to just have... They might have a super team. Like, they have
Yeah,
like, the
the
best...
super team is just the Russian team. It's just the Olympic team.
Well, I don't know.
We're just called the Olympic team this year.
Well, that's... banning them makes no sense if they can like just go in under whatever.
It's
though.
true.
Like,
I guess
that's,
the idea is that they're stealing it from the country as opposed.
Yeah, but like...
It's,
Are they
yeah,
testing
it's
them
whatever.
for
In the
cheating?
grand
Like,
scheme of
for
things,
cheating.
it
If they're
makes no
cheating, then they shouldn't be allowed in regardless of...
Yeah, cheating.
It should be...
The Olympics in
New
general
athletes.
is just like a weird world fuckfest.
Yeah. Speaking of weird
My
world
dick's-
fuck
My dick's
fests,
bigger than yours. We won more medals.
I think refinement of sport is like a sign of how successful your civilization is.
Yeah. The amount of
You
time
have
you've
enough
had to
time.
spend
That's
to
like
focus
money.
on
it was
doing
Greece,
it.
right? It was Greece. That was like the first, like, oh wow, hey, we're actually
Shows-
kind of like doing all right at this civilization.
Not
thing.
only physical power, but mental power as well to be
Yeah.
able to create a society that does that.
Totally.
That's
South
why-
Korea, dude.
China,
Not always,
America,
not
Great Britain, always at the top. You'll always see those
Yeah.
top 10.
Olympics are also the only time people care about obscure sports that no one cares about.
Yeah,
at any other
bobsledding,
time.
you never watch tune in.
Bobsledding. No one cares about bobsledding until the Olympics. And they're like, man, okay,
fucking
took
kidding me?
300
Oh
meters
man, I love the
bobsled.
bobsled.
If we had a bobsled team here, like
it's
in
like-
Halifax,
like
I'd
a
be on
bobsled
that shit.
track that you can
Yes!
practice on. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh,
They go down once, you
I'd
gotta
go
wait an hour and a half for them to get back up.
I didn't know anything
It's
about
built
the
in.
skeleton
We
until
love it as
that
kids.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the skeleton until that guy died in Vancouver.
That's head first. The luge.
Yeah.
The same track head first.
Might as
Got
well.
my attention.
Might as well.
well, that's all it takes.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's like taking it from a team sport like bobsledding,
Yeah.
and like that's the one guy who's like, these other fuckers are not pushing
Yeah.
this sled around the way I want them to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
just do it myself.
Yeah. Just blades on my chest. I'll go down that.
And that's
it. Helmet? No thanks.
Give me the same track as
Man,
that.
man, the fucking sled cams are so nuts. Like,
I know, dude. Amazing.
They just do that for a good, like only point something
yeah,
seconds.
it's,
Like,
like, it's all of like
long
a minute
time
or
at all.
two, but it feels
Yeah.
like it's just like. Oh yeah, the UK is basically getting like strong armed by the European Union into like. They're basically. A British politician was, I can't even remember his name, sorry, but he was basically saying like, you guys are acting like the fucking mafia.
Yeah.
You guys are literally acting like the mafia. Like oh, you're gonna try to leave the gang.
Oh, I heard about that.
Like
yeah.
50, 70, something to that magnitude, billion pounds paid to the European Union.
Yeah.
Just because they want to get out of it.
Yeah.
Like that's, I don't know. It's rough. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
What was the vote? Wasn't the vote like 52 to 48? It was
Yeah, it was
ridiculously
very close. 51-49, something like that, like right on the border. That's why there was so much fighting going on. When it finally came in, it was every
But there's
second
definitely a
person
ton
you'd
of-
see was not for what you were
There's
for.
definitely a ton of
Yeah.
people who didn't vote because they didn't even know what was going on. They didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
That's the problem with
everyone needs
politics
to,
in general.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
true. Everyone needs to actually vote, so there's actual. Like,
So many freedoms, you can't force people to have information. You can't force someone who's mentally ill to go get help.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can still go vote.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like mental illness is one of the biggest, scariest things, in my opinion, because I see so many mentally ill people in some way or another that just don't have any help whatsoever, don't want help, and
Yeah.
will just go on living their whole life in this mental fantasy world. where people around them may even encourage them. I want to be a 6-year-old girl. Fine. Hey, Sally.
Yeah.
What
They're
the
not
hell
hurting
is
anybody.
going on?
They're not hurting anybody, so who am I to
What
say?
about all the other people
You
that
think
see?
it's
Maybe
not
they're hurting
hurting
them
anybody,
psychologically.
It's sketchy because of Peterson points this out a lot when he read Alexander Schultz-Nixon's account of being a prisoner in the Gulag in the Soviet Union, the concentration camps there. What he talked about was how the real reason for an absolute tyrannical, hellish situation like that to be able to happen is that enough ordinary people in the society let it get that bad.
Yeah.
And then that's how it got that bad. And so it's real cause for concern when you see so many individual people just acting so insane and so pathological and we're all allowing it to just be okay. It's fuck. It's like, it seems like the options are you either have freedom, which means you have to be responsible for yourself. You have to be self-governing if you're truly a free citizen. Otherwise, you have the freedom to wreak mayhem.
Yeah.
You know? And then you need a tyranny to tell everyone what to do all the time because no one is responsible with their actions enough. No one's able to handle being free because they're too juvenile.
I think we live in a tyranny even though it's displayed as a democracy.
Unintentionally.
I feel like there is a guiding hand doing things behind the curtain that we don't see, we don't get a say in, and they just put whatever face they want on the politicians and things keep spinning the way they want them to spin.
Well, I think the real issue is with when I was in like grade 11 taking political science class, and I just found out about lobbying. It blew my mind. I could not believe that people could just approach anyone with a certain amount of money and say, I want you to vote this way or make this kind of a bill or whatever, and I'm going to cut you in on the fucking big cheese.
Yes.
That seems like the biggest problem ever, because everyone's liable to be corrupted, especially by money, because money will actually change your life if you get a large enough amount of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Some giant corporation shows up on your door, and you're thinking about your kids. You're going to send them to college. You're going to be able to take care of your family forever. You know, you have a lot invested in this game, so you know any one person could easily be sold on something, and it's bad news. So I don't know what to do about it. I mean, there needs to be some sort of a cap on. The only real solution seems to be that individuals that make up the culture
literally need to call people out on their bullshit.
Call people on their bullshit and have higher moral standing.
Yeah.
You need to be the kind of person that can't be bought like that.
Yeah.
You know, because of the sheer negative consequences
Yo,
of it. Nick Hodder,
Yeah,
What's up, guys?
how are you, man?
Good.
Well, welcome to the podcast. You're live on the scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Hey, guys.
I'm on the scene.
Listeners,
Oh, actually on a podcast right now?
Yeah, right now.
Cool.
And I'm about to be not on one because I'm taking off.
All right, dude.
All
Well,
right.
it's been nothing but a
Adios.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Have yourself a large evening.
A day.
Well, I don't remember anyone's name.
That's okay.
I
Your
think it's
name's
Matt, maybe.
that one. Nope.
No,
Matt
that's Dylan.
is.
No, it's not. That's Matt.
You don't know anything, man. You got.
My name is Matt.
Your name's Dylan.
My
My
name is
name
Matt, too.
is Matt.
Everyone here is Matt.
My name's Ryan.
You're the only one who's not Matt.
Oh, shit.
Are you telling me your name isn't Matt this whole time?
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It's Ryan Judge. Yeah. I got a badass last name.
A bad
Ryan
wrap this
Judge. Yeah, we should wrap it up. We got drinking to get to and New Year's Eve celebrations to get to, but this has been a good little chat. I think it was fun.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been as high.
You're just high enough, man.
I don't know. I couldn't carry on a conversation.
You can
Then
reflect
I'd
upon that.
think about something exploding or something, and I'd
But-
be like, whoa!
You can reflect upon this next time you play Melee.
Oh, I can't. I gotta reflect on my melee, dude. Work at my melee.
Alright, well, on that note, Happy New Year's, everybody. Have a great year, and good idea.
You're ending it already?
Yeah, we're ending it.
Oh my god, I just got back.
What did you guys?
What do you have to say?
What were you just talking about?
We're just pretty much wrapping it up.
The universe.
The universe.
Universe. What about the universe?
Question.
It's
I need a little preamble.
No.
So that we
No,
can
no,
put
no.
up a start
No.
with the podcast. Come on, guys.
Just riff on the universe.
the universe. Go.
The universe.
Tell me about the universe,
I
Matt.
just don't even care about the universe.
I know, dude.
You are part of the
It's such
universe.
shit.
You don't care about
I
it.
think I.
You're not part of the universe.
Sometimes the universe shows up, and I'm like, get out of here, man.
I got a song we can listen to about the universe. So it'll close things off nice, I think.
Is it Led Zeppelin?
It's not.
Good night, Ryan.
Later, Ryan.
check this out.
I already sent it to you, Taran. You're going to hear it, but everyone else is going to hear it as well.
All right, this is what we'll
Close
close us out, play us off.